matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Wiggins. Adebayo is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. LeVert inside the line. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And how about the playmaking skills of LeVert? I like watching this guy break down the D in the pick and roll.
That one drops for him.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's man after Tyler Hero's bucket. Okongwu a screen. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And now here comes Daniel, leading the break from beyond the arc and then some. Daniels has got his second basket of the night.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
LeVert against Hero. Here's Daniels. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Daniels with it, covered by Wiggins. Daniels kicks to LeVert. Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Jaquez. Inside, here's Wiggins. They can't stop the run with that one.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Okongwu. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Off the inbound pass, Adebayo passes to Jaquez. For three. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Another shot. Johnson kicks to LeVert. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jaquez outside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Here's Mann. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Mann's got his third basket of the night right there.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And this is encouraging. Wiggins looking committed to shooting and forcing the D to compromise. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he's good on the second. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Hero against LeVert. Johnson with a screen on Hero. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Hero. Pass to Mitchell. That one goes in.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Reza Shea is out there with Young. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's George Niang. And it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. And here are the Heat now, trailing by 5. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammates.
Capella with a screen on Rozier. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They get it again. Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
For the 3. Got it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Ware. Ware's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
Young for 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him.
Right.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Atlanta with the rebound. Niang with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Reza Shea wide open. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 5. Reza Shea with the steal. Nance with no one around. Knocks down the 3-ball. Nance has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And looking confident. When Nance can hit the jump shot, this offense becomes much more dynamic.
Adebayo passes to Ware. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Young from outside. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Really clever with the basketball. Young so advanced offensively. Excellent pull-up jumper there.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Young from outside, and Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Robinson. It's stolen by Nance. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Capella, and it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat. Miami on defense. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Young passes to Nance. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Young against Hero. The Hawks again can't hit. The Heat trail by 7. Robinson passes to Hero, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Oh, flashy play by Hero off the drive, turning his speed into airtime for a dunk.
Young looking it over. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Not going to go that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
To the paint, here's Nance. Pass to Capella. Now Rizachet. Capella sets a screen for Rizachet. Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Trae Young, he's feeling it. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. We've got Hero. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Ware in at the 5.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Three-pointer, LeVert drills it from outside. LeVert's got 7 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Man. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And at this point, Tyler Hero's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but give him a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Hero's an outstanding offensive player.
And Okongwu slams it in.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Daniels kicks to LeVert. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Three-pointer. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Robinson for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 14-4 run. A wide open look here for Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 assists in the game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Karis LeVert.
And tenacious play there from Hero in the paint, refusing to let the foul hold back his shot.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Kevin Love's checked in for Miami. And Hero drops them both. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League. And now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been. And he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of him.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Young from outside. To Rizichet from outside the arc. They get the rebound. Capella kicks to Niang. Shoots the 3. Kept alive by Atlanta. Over to the wing. The 3. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Niang's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Works for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Rizichet. No good from outside.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And a deep 3 from Young. And an intentional foul right there.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Heat making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his second bucket tonight.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Wiggins drives in. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
And Young kicks to Nance. Capella sets a screen for Nance. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that's 13 points for Larry Nance. Here's Rozier. And the shot goes in.
For Rozier to be effective, that's just what he has to do. Keep moving, don't sit back and be passive.
Now Young, 12 points for him. Capella with a screen on Rozier. On its way from Young for 2. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's Atlanta, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Karis LeVert is out there with Daniels. And it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Jaquez with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's man. Rozier defending. From downtown, man can't hit. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Burks finds Rozier. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wiggins passes to Jaquez. Here's Rozier. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done from deep 3-point land. And they get it back. Here's man. Back to Okongwu. 5 to shoot. LeVert from outside. Offensive rebound. Pass to man. Johnson outside. Misses the 3. Heat shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Burks for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lets the 3 fly. Okongwu's shot is good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Now, here's Rozier. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. And that's now 6 points for Terry Rozier. And they go to the intentional foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And the Heat with some changes. Heroes checked in for Burks. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Terry Rozier. And here's Daniels beyond the arc. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That's his first foul.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
And it's LeVert missing.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Okongwu. The Hawks again can't hit. The Heat trail by 21. Wiggins kicks to Mitchell. And stolen by Okongwu. Launches it. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pass to Jaquez. Back to Hero. Plays it up off the glass.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Atlanta.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, you know, his work on the glass was a key factor, helping to turn the tide as far as the possession game, and so often that's the difference.
And stolen by Wiggins. Lays it in off the breakaway. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here is Daniels, covered by Wiggins. Daniels passes to LeVert. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Miami Heat. Hero, no good. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Daniels with it. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
One thing. Teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. Here's Daniels, just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. And here's a Kongwu for 3. Count it, 1 for 1 to start the game.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Fox. No good from outside. Here's Daniels. Picked up by a Kongwu from behind the arc. Daniels misses. And it's a Spurs ball. It's a three-point game. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Vassell can't get it to go. Atlanta has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to man. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Johnson. Johnson a screen on Vassell. Man misses. The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. On the wing, Vassell. He's guarded by man. Wembanyama against a Kongwu. To the left wing. Here's Castle. That one goes in. And this game is tied up now.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Daniels passes to Johnson. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Honestly, we have never seen someone like Victor Wembanyama, a skilled 7.5-footer. I mean, the way he moves, it's unreal.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Daniels, that one's true.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Spurs trail by 3.
Team seconds.
Here's Castle. 1:52 left in the first. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And both free throws good for Wembanyama. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Daniels. He's covered by Fox. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Rebound San Antonio.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Vassell. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, that gets everybody fired up. The point guard, the Aaron Fox, up on the rim.
Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Here's Daniels. 5 points in the game. LeVert passes to Daniels. Okongwu, a screen on Fox. Here's Daniels. On the wing man. Launches a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Man's got 7 points in the game. Spurs trail by 6. Fox deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wembanyama. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks leading by. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Daniels. The Spurs making their last shot. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging it up there like that. Barnes finds Wembanyama. Now Fox. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Outside man, pass to Okongwu. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan, yes, 8 foot, Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Daniels. 5 points in the game. Man. Barnes with the rebound.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And one thing about Harrison Barnes, Brent, he is efficient on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, it just feels like Harrison Barnes is one of those guys, BA, that's super steady, right? You know what he's going to do on a nightly basis, the shots he's going to take, and he has confidence in every one of those shots that he gets. So committed to both ends of the floor and a real team helper.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. LeVert outside. 6 to shoot. 4-3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. The big man, Wemby for 2.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
It's stolen by Fox. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's man. Back to Daniels. LeVert outside. Counted from distance. LeVert's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Fox outside. 19-footer. Unable to get that one.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Pass to Wembanyama. 1:05 left to play in the first half. Fox, that's good.
Well, all Fox needed was the ball because he was in a great spot for that possession.
Here's Daniels. 7 points in the game. Now Okongwu. LeVert right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Okongwu. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. For San Antonio, they've gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Vassell, a screen on Capella. From deep, Wembanyama, the rebound by Atlanta. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Young against Fox. Beyond the arc. Niang, right side. Launches it. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama with 4 on the clock. Here he goes.
Rise up and flush it, big man. If he wanted to, he could have ripped the rim off the backboard on that one.
He got it up. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Tie game in Atlanta. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the 3rd quarter right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. We've got Jeremy Sohan, Chris Paul out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the screen. A good look from Young. Sohan with a rebound.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Hits the trifecta. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Young from long range. Offensive rebound. Capella. Back to Niang. Screen by Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Foul beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all three. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Johnson finds Paul. There's a screen. Back to Johnson. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Stolen by Capella. Young looking over the floor. Nance the screen. And here's Capella. Young with it. No made baskets yet. Here's Rizachet. Capella screen on Johnson. To the left side wing. Just 4 to shoot. And Capella slams it down.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, BA, since Clint Capella has led the league in rebounding. And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system. But he has the size and the instincts still to go up and get the ball off the rim or from lob passes to be effective inside.
The Hawks leading. Outside Young. Pass to Rizachet. Screen by Capella. Back to Young. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. That is Trey's shot. The 3.
Well, if you're going to allow Trey to squeeze off a 3, he's going to squeeze hard.
Ball against Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trey Young. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Paul. Pass to Sohan. Shot clock at 5. Picked up by Sohan. Paul for 3. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Nie. Fires the 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
And Trey Young playing floor general here. So good and so quick at finding the open man.
Johnson with it, and Capella picks him up defensively. Here's Paul. Pass to Sohan. Johnson for 3. Nance pulls down the board.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Knocked loose and stolen by Paul. A minute 15 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Johnson. To stop the run. Nails it from 3.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Capella screen on Paul. There's Young with the 3. They grab their own miss. Capella. And Capella slams it down.
And Clint Capella having a little bit of fun out there with that dunk.
51 seconds left in the third. Spurs trail by 7. They set a pick. Sohan, the pass to Mamukelashvili. Back to Sohan. And he goes in for the dunk.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
Inside, it's Trey Young. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Johnson. Sohan outside. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Shoots over Nance. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And so it's Atlanta. They have a Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Daniels. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
A line change here for San Antonio. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hawks 5.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Wembanyama with it, and it's man picking him up. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. LeVert passes to Daniels. Johnson a screen on Fox. Daniels. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Pass to Barnes.
Atlanta foul. Team foul.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Fox the pass to Barnes. From the arc. Vassell outside. Fox outside. Fox with speed, and it's Fox with the jam.
So shifty. Fox gets in there anytime he wants to.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Daniels. 3-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 11. Barnes passes to Vassell. Barnes with a screen on Johnson. Here's Vassell. And he makes it on the layup. Vassell's gotten his first bucket of the night.
And when wings take it down low, good things happen.
Here's Daniels. He's covered by Fox. Daniels passes to Okongwu. And Atlanta misses again. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Back to Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Good. And the assist to Wembanyama. Barnes has got his first 2 points.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
Yeah, possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
He can't get that one to fall. Grant wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Spurs trail by 11. Lets the 3 fly. Vassell can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's Okongwu. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Barnes. And here's Fox. Back to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Johnson. Outside man. Kongwu, a screen on Vassell. And Atlanta misses again. Here they come with numbers in transition. Wembanyama screen. Fox finds Wembanyama. It's stolen by a Kongwu. LeVert with the ball. Fox picks him up. Here's a Kongwu. Oh, the dunk by a Kongwu.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So it's Atlanta now. LeVert outside. There's the screen by Johnson. Misses the three.
Castle. Assisted by Wembanyama.
Here's LeVert. No good there. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Miami will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Fox with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Vassell wide open. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
He's been working on his shot, and it's showing in Vassell's game.
Here's Adebayo. And Barnes sends it back. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. No coverage that time.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
And Hero the bucket on the assist by Mitchell.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Castle. A 3-pointer off the mark. He'd have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Barnes against Adebayo. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Castle. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Castle's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Down low. And Adebayo throws it down.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is 1 of 1. Hey, thank you for the report. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Pass to Adebayo and stolen by Barnes. The wide open look here for Fox. Sinks the triple.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Adebayo against Barnes. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat trail by 6. And Adebayo throws it down.
I love seeing Adebayo run the floor like this. Fantastic job leaking out and beating everyone to the spot.
Barnes can't get it to go. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
To the inside. It's tipped. Vassell with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Wembanyama, that's for two. Pass to Castle. Vassell with it. 5 on the clock. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Now Adebayo. Driving to the basket. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Castle. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They're up by 2. We'll be there. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
For San Antonio.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
To review the play.
Easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion,
after the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
And Wembanyama finds Vassell. A pass to Fox. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Miami trailing. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's where. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Pass to Castle. Outside, Fox. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's Wiggins, covered by Vassell. That ties the game.
You love it when Wiggins is aggressive in the lane. That's when he's at his best.
On the wing, Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Has to wear. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Highsmith is checked in, and Terry Rozier subbed in for Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Terry Rozier.
And because Fox likes to score so often, it puts defenses in a very tough situation. He really earns a lot of these calls.
Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Heard you talk about the fastest players in the league. De'Aaron Fox is in the running. And I say that literally.
Kevin, he is at his best when he is attacking the lane. He's a lefty that is a tremendous finisher, and his floater, arguably, might be the best in the game.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. Of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Rozier, solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Rozier's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Fox goes in. Great D that time from Adebayo.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Highsmith, covered by Vassell. Cuts off the pass. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. No problems knocking that one down. Fox has got 5 points now this quarter.
So difficult trying to keep pace with Fox, especially when this man is on a break.
Jaquez the pass to Rozier. Back to Jaquez. And another basket for Miami.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
San Antonio's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Vassell, no good.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Adebayo passes to Highsmith. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Highsmith's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat. Here's Castle, guarded by Robinson. Barnes screen on Robinson. Fox. Great D that time from Adebayo.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Heat lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc onto defense.
In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Hero. And it's Highsmith in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Miami. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Shot by Champagnie, no good. The Heat with the lead. To the middle. And it's Adebayo in the corner. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Adebayo's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Heat.
And contact can't slow Adebayo down. He's not afraid to get physical when he's attacking.
Andrew Wiggins, who's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Branham's checked in. Pass to Champagnie. Clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. Branham, good. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Hero. Makes it off the glass. Hero's got his second basket.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Paul's shot is off. The Heat leading by 4. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. It's good from long range. Wiggins has got 7 points.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Zohan, the pass to Paul. Good work there as it goes.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Here's Highsmith. Here's Hero. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
First team foul.
And the first one drops. And the Heat making a change here. Brooks is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with the statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him. Strong to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Paul.
So clever and decisive in transition. Paul is fantastic at keeping defenders guessing and off balance.
Inside, Highsmith, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Branham. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Miami leading by 5. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Wiggins dishes to Burks. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist from Hero. Hero's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Branham. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The basketball genius of Paul in action, finding those chances to set his guys up.
Wiggins passes to Highsmith. Into the lane. Count it. Highsmith's got the lead up to 8 now for Miami.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Down low. In transition, here comes Miami. Shot's good by Hero. And it's 8 points for Tyler Hero.
Oh, higher effort play by Harrell, running the floor to finish the fast break strong.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Heat. Spurs trail by 10. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Branham. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Paul outside. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And so it's Miami with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. For the 3, Jaquez can't hit. Spurs trail by 10. Vassell with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Mitchell against Fox. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got assist number 7 for him tonight. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Adebayo kicks to Ware. Right side, Rozier. Adebayo finds Rozier. Here's Ware, defended by Wembanyama, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammates.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Now Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Wiggins is checked in for Davion Mitchell. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Showing the point guard instincts there. Fox with great vision.
Over in the corner, Jaquez. Adebayo down low. Wembanyama on him. Here's Rozier, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And what can Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Hits it from 3-point range.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Nice move. And Adebayo throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Pass to Castle. Barnes screen on Wiggins. Here's Castle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, man, what an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow.
On the wing, Rozier. Guarded by Fox. Adebayo the screen. Here's Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Putting something extra on it. Wiggins showing off what he can do.
Here's Castle. Covered by Wiggins. Here's Wembanyama. The kick out to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leading ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Adebayo against Barnes. Vassell sends a screen for Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Rozier the pass to Adebayo. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Adebayo kicks to Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. And the Heat lead by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Heat.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Bam Adebayo.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's Miami winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
Now Atlanta starting 5. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Man in at the 3 spot.
The moment Bam gets the ball close in, he's really hard to stop.
Here's Daniels, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. It's stolen by Okongwu. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Jaquez is checked in for Miami. Here's Hero. Right side, Jaquez. Back to Hero. Jaquez with a screen on LeVert. Pass to Jaquez. Hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
And Atlanta has possession. Miami making their last shot. Inside, here's Man, and here's Okongwu for 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Hero against LeVert. Adebayo sets a screen. 3-pointer Rozier. Okongwu with the rebound. Now the Hawks with it. On the wing man, takes a 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Hero, the pass to Rozier, back to Hero. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Daniels. Off target from outside.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. The 3-ball. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 5 now.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Here's Hero, driving inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Daniels. Rebound by the Heat. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
And Wiggins has got the ball here for Miami, trailing by 2. Outside Jaquez. Back to Rozier. They set the pick. And a nice finish on the layup.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Here's Daniels. That 3's off the mark. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Hero, no good. The Hawks have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. To the inside. Pass to Okongwu. Stolen by Wiggins. Here's Rozier. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Rozier's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. The Heat with the lead. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rozier finds Jaquez. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. From deep, Johnson. Outside to LeVert for three. Drains the triple. LeVert's got 5.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides. Tossing the pass to the interior, that's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Alec Burks is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, and it's Highsmith in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Look how Rozier just slices inside. He doesn't hold himself back on the drive at all.
And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat stand. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Out to the wing, three-pointer. Miami grabs the miss. Rozier with it. Now LeVert defending. Pass to Ware. Over Okongwu. Rozier outside. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Young from long range. Capella, screen on Rozier. Young from long range. It's good on the putback.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
There's Young with the 3. Pass to Rizachet. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And now a 5-point Atlanta lead. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass, pounding the opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Mitchell comes in for Rozier. And that one's good. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Here's Capella. The rebound by Ware. Miami trailing. On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Nance. Nance against Mitchell. Pass to Highsmith. 6 on the shot clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Ware. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Rizachet.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite. Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's Ware. Capella with a block.
Yeah, great timing on the denial by Capella. Able to get a piece of the ball on that one.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And it's a 7-point Atlanta lead.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the looking like from 3 and capitalized.
Outside Burks. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3. Burks has got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
There's Young with the 3, and it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nance against Adebayo. There's Young with the 3. Look at Young, making it look easy.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
To the paint. Here's Highsmith. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And the Heat making a change here. Jovic is checked in.
First team foul. Now in the game.
34 seconds left in the first half of this one. Over to the wing. Here's Capella. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Highsmith. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And Nance with the slam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. The Hawks lead by 6. Now Young. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. The 3 is up. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship, and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Clint Capella out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Trae Young. Then there's George Niang. And it's Risache in at the 2 guard. And here's the fast break. And it's in there.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Mitchell with the ball, and it's Young picking him up. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Over to the left wing, 5 on the clock. Here's Jovic. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Capella, screen on Mitchell. Nance, the pass to Niang. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. And here we go, the Heat fast break. They get it back. Here's Ware. The kick out to Wiggins. Down low. Oh!
Wow!
The reverse jam. Unbelievable.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Nance with a screen on Mitchell. Young from long range. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Heat trail by 5. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Mitchell with the ball, and it's Young picking him up, and Burks gets it to go. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Young, driving to the basket. It's good. Young's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Pass to Burks. Here's Ware. And there it is for him.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
1:56 left in the 3rd. Nance with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Young. Into the lane. Inside. It's Trae Young.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Hero against LeVert. Here's Jovic. They get it back. That shot off the mark. The Hawks lead by 6. On the wing, Daniels. He's got 11. And the 3 off target. Miami has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Adebayo. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall. Adebayo's got 6 points.
A tireless worker at both ends. Adebayo imposing his will that time on the offensive glass.
Pass to Okongwu. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Highsmith, he's checked in for Miami.
Number 24.
On the wing, Daniels. Jaquez covers. Atlanta again missing. Heat trail by 4. Now here's Hero. He's checked by LeVert. Adebayo passes to Jaquez. Nifty move. Back to Adebayo. Shoots over Okongwu. Adebayo, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
LeVert goes against Hero. Adebayo passes to Hero. No good from outside. Here's LeVert. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks leading by 6. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Hero and Jaquez Jr. out on the perimeter. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Terry Rozier. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Jaquez finds Adebayo. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Count that bucket. And the Hawks lead by 8.
A good shooter with a smooth stroke. LeVert's ability to hit shots can take him very far in this league.
Hero outside Jaquez. Here's the 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 6 rebounds in the game. Daniels passes to man. Johnson against Adebayo. The three. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hero, the pass to Rozier. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The layup misses.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And here's a Okongwu for 3. Sinks it from distance. And now an 11-point Hawks lead. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Greg.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Daniels. Jaquez covers. Johnson a screen on Jaquez. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
And so the ball out of bounds. Hero touches it last.
Substitutions for your Heat. Where?
And Atlanta with possession here. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Daniels, hounded by Wiggins. Six to shoot. Daniels passes to Johnson. And here's a Okongwu for 3. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Johnson's gotten his first basket of the night.
Beautiful effort on that tip-in. High activity level is part and parcel of his game.
Where? That's good.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
On the wing, Daniels. Back to Okongwu from downtown. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to LeVert. Johnson a screen on Hero. And here's LeVert for 3. And it's Miami with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. Okongwu a screen on Wiggins. Outside man. The 3 is up. And it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Rozier finds Hero. And the Heat, another 3.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Miami foul. Terry Rozier III. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Daniels passes to man. A minute 4 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Pass to Wiggins. Oh, big time finish by Wiggins.
Stepping up in a big way. Woo! It's great to see Wiggins take and make these huge shots.
To the middle. Outside man. Inside. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
To the paint. Here's Ware. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cash. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And here's LeVert. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. And they bear. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Fox. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off the mark. Here is Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Fox. Fader on the way. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Three-pointer, Daniels. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Daniels with it. Pass to LeVert. Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one. He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Now Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Back to Daniels. Johnson with a screen on Fox. And that one's good. Daniels.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Wembanyama. Off on the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Okongwu with a screen on Fox. Daniels from outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fox finds Wembanyama. Barnes against Johnson. Now 3 off the mark. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. That puts them in the lead.
Always a threat. 3-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Pass to Barnes. Vassell outside. Back to Barnes. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Barnes screen on LeVert. Barnes outside. Wembanyama looking it over. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here to stop the run. Barnes can't get it to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Barnes outside. Hands it from downtown.
Pretty reliable from that area on the floor. Harrison Barnes comfortable rising up and shooting from there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Wembanyama passes to Fox. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Back to Wembanyama. Good on the bucket.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. LeVert out there with Daniels. And it's man in at the 3.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And San Antonio has possession, following the bucket by the Hawks. Just 5 on the clock. Easy money for Wembanyama.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Pass to Barnes. Wembanyama, a screen on Johnson. And that one's good, Barnes. The Hawks leading by 6. Johnson with a screen on Fox. Daniels passes to man. Corner shot. The offensive rebound. Back to Daniels. It's Okongwu, high post. Just 4 to shoot. Over Wembanyama. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. And taken away by Johnson. No good. Shot missing. Nice defense by Vassell. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. D.A., thanks.
How about Fox just getting to the rim right there? Great to see him explode at times.
LeVert with a wide open look. The Hawks again can't hit. Spurs trail by 4. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Outside for Wembanyama. Barnes the screen. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Johnson with a screen on Fox. Johnson outside to stop the drought. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists tonight.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Wembanyama, that's for 2. And a miss there off the inbound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
They grabbed their own miss. The kick out to Young. Tries yet again. Count it. And it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. To the wing on the left. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Now Barnes. Covered by Nance. Clock is at 3. There's the 3. And Harrison Barnes hits from deep. Barnes has got 8 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Rizachet. Capella sets a screen for Rizachet. And the dunk by Capella.
That's where Capella's so dangerous. He slips off those screens and is such a big target to finish.
Barnes the screen. Vassell outside. Barnes the screen. Vassell the pass to Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Young lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Hawks lead by 8.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
We've got Paul, and it's Johnson in at the 4. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Here's Branham. No good on the 3. Atlanta leading by 8. Pass to Young. From downtown, and it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And Capella with the basket on the assist by Young.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
Here's Branham. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Young fires away from outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
You hit a 3 on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
They set the screen.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Spurs. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Branham. Here's Mamukelashvili. Here's Champagnie. He's covered by Niang. Here's Branham. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Nance, and the jam by Larry Nance.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Nance against Johnson. Pass to Branham. 6 to shoot. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Fades and shoots. And it's Rizichet with the rebound.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And one of those guys, Brad, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Young for 3, offensive rebound. And it's DeBella missing. Spurs trail by 10. Johnson kicks to Paul. Back to Johnson. No good with the triple. The Hawks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Young for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Mamu Kelishvili has got 4 rebounds in this game. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Atlanta leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Rizichet.
Yeah, if you give Rizichet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
The shot. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
So both teams changing it up here. San Antonio shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Daniels with it, guarded by Fox. Three-pointer. Pass to Daniels. Back to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Atlanta. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Okongwu. Rizichet is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Trae Young. And it's LeVert in at the 2 guard. Here's Castle. LeVert defending. Here's Barnes. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
They're looking to start lean on him offensively as Harrison Barnes has it going.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for San Antonio. Jalen Johnson's checked in for the Hawks. Tyson Daniels comes in for Young. Now here's LeVert. Tight defense on him. Okongwu with a screen on Barnes. From deep, Johnson. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. just fanning the Flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Vassell outside. Back to Wembanyama. And it goes down 2 points. And that's now 6 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Barnes outside. Spurs working the ball around now. Vassell, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
To the middle, here's LeVert, and Okongwu has it in the corner. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Fox. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds now tonight. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Outside, Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Shakes him. And it's sent back by Okongwu. The Hawks leading by 14. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Daniels inside the line. The rebound by the Spurs. Vassell finds Wembanyama. Now here's Barnes. Barnes sets a screen for Wembanyama. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Here's Daniels. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to LeVert. Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. And here's Daniels. Back to LeVert. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. And that put a hush over the crowd.
Wow, I mean, took these fans out of the game in the blink of an eye.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Fades away. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Barnes.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Here is Daniels, guarded by Fox. And that one's good. Daniels. And the Hawks lead by 14.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Hawks.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Well, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
Vassell against Johnson. Barnes looking around. A pass to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Okongwu with a screen on Fox. Here's Okongwu. Missed. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
We should see. Great ball movement for these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Rozier and Hero are the backcourt. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5. Now here's Adebayo. Pass to Ware. All sorts of time. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Rozier to the inside. Stolen by Wembanyama. Fox for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Here's Wembanyama. The Heat making their last shot. Pass to Fox. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Great contest by the defense, and he's unable to hit that tough fadeaway.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Spurs. Trailing by 5.
2 loud points from Wiggins. Andrew, he is getting up.
Outside Wembanyama. On the take. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Rozier, the pass to Hero. Launches a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And Wembanyama has the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Fox for 3. Knocks down the triple.
A smooth-looking three-point shot. I think Fox is feeling it.
Rozier outside. Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Here's Adebayo. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's gonna be a long night.
To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And there's another one for the Spurs.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
Rozier with it. Pass to Ware from the arc. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Castle. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
For San Antonio, they've got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Miami has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Wiggins passes to Hero. Adebayo against Barnes. Deflected. Here's Castle. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
But they can't afford to get complacent because of the early success. There is still a lot of basketball to be played.
At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5. Back to Fox. Outside Barnes, from outside the arc. Miami grabs the miss.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
Here's Hero, still without a bucket. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Fox. Barnes finds Vassell. Back to Barnes. It's stolen by Jaquez. And he drives in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic.
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness!
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Boom! Fox with a triple.
Showing that quickness that time. Fox getting rid of it in a hurry.
Shoots it from the corner. Jaquez no good.
Normally he drains that.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, the man's an artist. What a throwdown by Victor. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And the 11th pick in 2020, Devin Vassell was drafted for his defense. But Richard, his shot creation has come a long way.
Yeah, he's very comfortable handling and operating in the mid-range. One of his best ranges. He's moved past that 3 and D tag, and he's showing he can do so much more.
Fox against Rozier. To the paint. Here's Ware. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Wembanyama, pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. And there's another one for the Spurs.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Outside Jaquez. It's Jaquez on the wing. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Into the Heat, Bam Adebayo. Haywood Highsmith. Duncan Robinson.
Spurs lead by 3. Outside Barnes. Pass to Wembanyama. Fox outside. Clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Heat trail by 3. Jaquez finds Adebayo. Ooh, poked away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Fox. Off the inbound. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Highsmith. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Devin Vassell.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He's off on the first. So San Antonio ends up going with a new group. Good on the second one. Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
Ball passes to Champagny. Johnson against Jaquez. The shot by Johnson, no good. Robinson on the wing. He's scoreless. Down low. Here's Jaquez. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Tie game in San Antonio. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drill line. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did coach have some new ideas for them?
Setting the floor for the Heat. Jovic and Bam play together inside. Duncan Robinson is out there with Mitchell. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot. And here's Paul. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Outside Johnson. Here's Mamukelashvili. Hounded by Adebayo. And there's the screen. From deep, Johnson. Pure from 3-point range. Johnson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. You know, after playing as a starter most of his career, Keldon Johnson showed he can act as a 6th man if needed, Richard.
Not every player can make that switch mentally. Johnson brings the same energy as a starter as he does to the second unit. It's a great attitude on that young man.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Branham. Up top, Johnson. 5 on the clock. Rebound, Miami. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Mitchell. Still no points. Adebayo sets a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam's so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Johnson on the wing. From deep. It's hauled in by Robinson.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Inside. Deflects the pass. Here's Branham. Gets the 3 to fall. Branham's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Heat have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Adebayo in the post. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. From deep. They get it again. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Branham. Robinson defending. 5 to shoot. Branham passes to Johnson. Spurs need to get one up here. Here's a 3 from Paul. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Highsmith. Outside for Mitchell. For 3, Robinson. And the three-pointer goes. Now it's a 3-point Heat lead. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. And yep, it's good. Champagne's got his first points of the night.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
To the inside, Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Here's Branham. Rebounded by Jovic.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Pass to Highsmith. Adebayo from long range. Doesn't go in. Third miss out of 9 shots. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Ooh, boy, Johnson, let's just say he's a great athlete. Wouldn't you agree?
32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Branham. Here's Mamukelashvili. Hounded by Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen for the lead. And the basket by Branham. Branham's got 5 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. "12 seconds left in the third. Hero finds Wiggins. Out to the wing. With 2 seconds left. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Spurs out in front. They lead by 2. And fourth. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Pass to Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Rozier, and it's Fox penetrating. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam. Rozier with it. Back to Wiggins. Oh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
Putting something extra on it. Wiggins showing off what he can do.
Here's Castle. He's guarded by Hero. Wembanyama up top. Here's Vassell. The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Rozier from outside. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Fox outside. Wembanyama, high post to the paint. Pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Drops in the 3. Barnes has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Got a piece of it. Heat trail by 5.
San Antonio foul. Castle. First personal foul. First team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Ware. Back to Jaquez. Outside for Rozier. Clock is at 3. From 18 feet away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Spurs lead by 5. Outside Barnes. Wembanyama screen. The 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Jaquez. There's a screen. Wiggins with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Wembanyama finds Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. Crafty move. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
1:51 left in the final quarter. Back to Jaquez. Stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Barnes. Fox with the ball. From behind the arc. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hero, the pass to Jaquez. Wiggins outside. And there's a pick. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Vassell. Sends it home from three-point land. And now it's an 11-point San Antonio lead. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Adebayo's checked in for Jaquez.
Number 13.
And 1:01 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Wiggins. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Working hard against the defense. Wiggins manages to draw the foul inside.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Barnes, no good. Fast break, here come the Heat. And Adebayo slams it in. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Castle, pass to Fox. And here's Barnes. Barnes a screen. Three-pointer, Fox. Adebayo grabs the board. And it's Miami's ball. Here's Ware. Hero outside. So it's San Antonio with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a
Hey.